Got a lot of troops on the way in. Oh. This isn't looking good. If I can take Glasgow, I reckon we can do this. If we don't take Glasgow, then I'm not sure. Come on. Come on. Getting more and more troops in here. Aren't any other naval bases we can really go for. We could do force attack, and I think we need to. What's the naval bombardment like? Should be pretty potent. 6%. Great. That's the difference having a bunch of dreadnoughts makes. They're a lot better at it.
Bestoten ze terug. Uitdrukken.
78. Come on, people. We've got tanks over here. Ah! Come on.
Hou je afstand.
No, that's gone red. Should have attacked this tower. I did not realize that wasn't adjacent. It's that which screwed me. I have to take this port, otherwise I've lost my army. How's the air battle looking? Oh dear. Yeah, we don't have air superiority, neither do we have close air supports, which is not helping the situation. And we're out of supply now. Yeah, they're just sending men through Glasgow. This is the problem. If I'd taken Glasgow, if we'd landed here, I could have gone straight for Glasgow and taken it. In which case, victory. This does look a bit like an oof, doesn't it? Problem is, I have to attack, otherwise Fortress Britain just keeps building up. Because we've taken out their navy, they can't go and send troops across to go and support France. Yeah, we're not even winning this fight anymore, they keep bringing reinforcements. Alright. Glad I made an auto save. No, you can't escape. If you don't take any ports, you can't escape. Which is why taking this province was so critical. So you need to not do this. Go home again. And then we'll need to basically design... design a newer tower. Damn it, am I really going to have to do this from scratch again? Yep. Crap. Oh well, guess we have to wait another 70 days. 70 days in which they can build even more troops. Because isn't that fun? And this time I think I'm just going to attack these 3 provinces. Spreading these guys out was a mistake. Oh, and also, not you. You get to go instead. Hello? There we are. Alright. Speed 5 this while we re-prepare. In fact, you guys may as well just get back to training. Yeah, I know I can bunker down in the Isles. Done it before. I'm mostly annoyed that I just didn't notice that this... I thought that this province connected with, god damn it, Lanark, but it doesn't. I didn't realise that this had just a little slither of land right here, which stopped me crossing over. Because what I wanted to do was pincer attack from both sides, and then maybe have a unit going after Glasgow from here. Or rather, walking around to take Glasgow. Okay, now I'm definitely importing too much oil, so we can stop that. Dutch East Indies will continue to buy. Turkey will reduce. Just out of interest, how many factories do the Dutch East Indies have? 28. Same number as Middle Africa, double Lithuania, almost the same as German East Asia, more than Ireland. Like, insanely industrial Ireland. We have more. We sank a carrier. Very nice. Oh, yeah, the other thing I need to do is... Well, do I need to? Probably not. I'll just let their navies have a bit of fun for a bit. Too much steel. Probably because of all the repairs. Yeah, we're still using 8 factories worth of repairs. Although a bunch of them are almost done, so less of a problem. Loan to SBM, done. Improve mining output in Suriname. 40 more aluminium. Oh, hell yeah. This is an amazing focus line. Okay, so we can do the West Indies Trade Hub. The thing is, I don't want to do recovery from Black Monday if I can get both of these. Because both of... well, each one is 2 more factories, and I want those factories, even if it takes me an extra couple of days. The West Indies are ideally suited to be a trading post for trade with the Western Hemisphere. The Americas, far away from Germany's sphere of influence, can also provide a chance to diversify our exports, which is currently overly focused on the Kaiserreich. Lots and lots of trade opportunities for enterprising young ladies and gentlemen in the Caribbean, I am sure. Which are definitely completely unrelated to my amazing submarine fleets. I probably should have these guys start training. A little bit disappointed that those haven't been built yet. Oh, of course, these actually have to deploy in East Indies. Then I somehow have to get them home. I'm going to leave those just in the queue, just in case the East Indies does get invaded by Japan. I'll have some troops I can just go deploy. 21 British submarines sitting out here against this. The Canadian High Seas Fleet, the German High Seas Fleet, and the French Republic High Seas Fleet. Slightly overkill. Probably. Ever so slightly. National Herzl expands. The far-right newspaper National Herzl, closely affiliated with the VNH, has recruited 2 high-profile reporters today. Some consider this a threat, as it will likely broaden the appeal of the newspaper that spreads unconventional ideas and is in fact its propaganda tool for the VNH and the far-right in general. Purely legally speaking, however, there is no real basis to ban the paper, as it would be contrary to the freedom of the press and the freedom of speech, 2 values which are normally respected within our country. Just ban it already. Or we'll just say leave them alone. I'm going to say leave them alone. I do believe in the freedom of the press. How are we doing for gun imports? We're still rather short. And we have built all the guns we can. I think I am going to invest some more, though. And then I would dearly like to get some more close air support, which I might do once we've got the computing machine. Although that could also allow me to get encryption and decryption, which would make a naval invasion easier. Also, we sank another light carrier. Nice. There's no kill like overkill! Yeah, that's true. Ireland wants to sell me more guns. Very well, I accept.
Befehlen.
Halfway. We might actually be fully trained by the time that this attack starts.
Attenti.
Now, did we gain any invader points for doing all that prep work? Nope, we gained absolutely nothing. Just wasted time. No, I want close air support. We're gonna need it. See, our model of the weapon's called the Carbine. But I get what you're saying. And we just sank the Pride of the British fleet again. Which is really good, because that reduces their war support, which reduces their defense on core territory. Russia has declared war on Azerbaijan. Eventually we will be going to war with the Russians, I suspect. And another carrier. Alright, this is the death knell of the British fleet. Yeah, they're hemorrhaging ships at this point. So they're just sailing their capital ships out with no screens at all. Which is a really stupid thing the AI does. Submarine offensive is complete. My submarines are now as good as they can possibly be. Well, in terms of doctrine. Do I really care about escorts and combat skill? No. I need better guns. Because my escorts haven't had any problems getting the convoys through.
Gereed.
Still going. We're about to sink another dreadnought. Get it, get it, get it. Got it. Support weapons 1. Good. Let's get support weapons 2. Yeah, the naval war is 1 at this point. Although we are at war with Japan too. Whoa, that's a big transformer. Interesting. I haven't seen them grow that large before. So we will at some point need to be fighting against the Japanese fleets. Although the nice thing is, East Indies are still completely neutral. West Indies trade hub is done. So let's return to the pre-crisis export rates. Just double checking that this is not a bypass. This is not a bypass. So we're going to do the pre-crisis export rates. We're going to finish these two. We're going to finish unemployment reduced, recovery from Black Monday, control inflation. No. Yeah, control inflation, restore pre-crisis regulations, start up tax breaks. Our efforts to make the Dutch companies as lucrative as possible have borne fruit. Export rates are returning to pre-crisis levels, and in some sectors have even exceeded those levels. In order to handle the workload, companies are forced to hire more people, resulting in more spending power for the common man. While this may not amount to full recovery yet, it's possible to see a bright horizon in front of us. So I am delaying my recovery a little bit for those 2 extra factories, basically. The Australasian Guard. Surprising news came from the Australasian Confederation as Eric Campbell's Centre Party managed to come from behind in the victory in the recent elections. The Centre Party is a political front for the Australasian Guard, a paramilitary organisation made up of ex-servicemen who fought in the Weltkrieg. Yeah, Spanish Civil War is still very balanced, and they retook Madrid, so it's going their way. These 2 are out of manpower, though. Good grief, you're out of manpower and on service by requirement. Wow. That sucks to be you. We can now get the School of Psychology, which I think is the one that I wanted. Although, actually, the School of Commando Operations could be good for us, too. Now, we're just going to go for the utterly outrageous organization again. Oh, we can do stability again. No, we can't. Requires less than 50% stability, which we don't have. Wow, this one's really quick.
Luisteren!
Okay, you can start getting your organization back again. What is our org like? 67. I think the Pacific States are actually pushing in against the CSA right now. And the AOS is holding their line fantastically. What are the losses like in that war? Yeah, CSA is hemorrhaging troops. 2.8 million against 1.6. So it looks like the CSA is pulling a Germany and just attacking on every single front, constantly. They're doing it again. This has got to be costing so much oil. Oh, unless this is bugged. I do seem to remember there was a bug. Where the submarines just wouldn't run away. Tying up like the entire Entente Navy. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what's happened here. Populist welfare. Since the beginning of the crisis, many sections of the welfare system has deteriorated, and the country is filled with unemployed people who can hardly obtain the food required to support their families. As a result, the VNH have started a nationwide campaign distributing food to those areas and opening food banks and soup kitchens. These actions have created a lot of goodwill towards them and makes it look like even though they are currently not in power, they are the ones who care for the people. We could shut the project down, but risk inciting a great deal of anger amongst the working classes. Still not that powerful. I'll allow it. Ventiang's only just been called in. Interesting. Okay, are we ready? I think we are. Let's save the game. Round 2. Fight! You don't have an Air Force assigned. Well, bugger. Why not? Did I? Should be around. Yeah, they are supporting them. Oh, they're there. Okay, we're fine. It just wasn't in this screen. This is going a little bit better. We've got a stronger attack on the actual city. And now we can do assist, assist. You walk here. Walk here.
Gereed om uit te rukken. Uitdrukken. Geef acht.
They attacked out to stop my guy going after Glasgow, which is very annoying. Ah, they're bringing troops in to reinforce already.
Lekker erop los.
Force the attack. I'm guessing this doesn't have any forts. No, so fort attack wouldn't do any good. Neither would any of the other advantages. This just needs to be forced through, basically. Though we could help it potentially with a guns and butter doctrine. Come on, people. Come on, people. This attack is almost over. We've taken Glasgow. This is a big deal. Because it means they can't reinforce this now. The only way they can is through here, which I can keep stopping. And there it is! We've landed! Huzzah!
Ja, commandant.
Alright, so
Opdrachten.
I want all of you going after this.
Aantreden. Attentie. Afstanden. Houden.
Dominionists win in South Africa. Bugger. These aren't the ones I supported. The civil war that's been ravaging South Africa has been bloody and bitter, dividing across ethnicities, political ideology, and ancestry. The Dominionists fought to defend the Cape, while the isolated South Rhodesia protected Salisbury with every man they had, and the Afrikaners fought furiously on two fronts. Although I don't think that's actually true anymore. It's only ever two factions. Meanwhile, lots and lots of convoys are being sunk. Like, loads. Ooh, another dreadnought. Nice.
Geef acht. Blijven aanvallen. Ja, commandant. Uitdrukken. Ja, commandant. Ja, commandant.
Just realised all of you are leaving this province. Let's not do that. Let's have all of you staying here, attacking this. Yeah, that's a lot better. And then also, I would like for this naval base to be upgraded to the ridiculous levels. So this is a war of Scottish independence, exactly. This is a reaffirmation of the ancient alliance between Scotland and the Netherlands. A mutual appreciation of just how stingy one can be. Hey, the big red tank. Oh, what? Oh. Failing that hard. Looks like Glasgow is going to come under really heavy attack. And there we are. We've returned to pre-crisis export rates. It's about 100 more days to get to this, and then we can do the recovery. But we basically have to have done these before this, otherwise this gets bypassed and we can never get rid of the debuffs, which these provide. And in fact, the -10 stability is really good, because then we can trigger the legislate freedoms. Do it. More and more people are sacked from their workplace, and the treasury is increasingly stretched by the demand for subsidies and benefits. If we are not to end up with a monstrous debt at the end of this, we must cut down the money available. And we're doing a great job just holding. I'm just kind of wondering if we can just hold on here. Are we going to be able to do enough damage to just bleed the Brits? Because this is all horrible territory to be attacking into. Especially once we're entrenched. Of course that doesn't help. Let's bring in Wilhelmus Best. Actually, Borton's the better... Well, no, Best can level up faster. So this is all infantry. Oh, we're getting spare destroyers. That's cool. So we have one more recon fleet. And we're actually at peak destroyers. Well, except for what we need for the escort fleets. We do still need more for the escorts, do we? What are the escorts at the moment? Oh, you're doing naval assistant. Yeah, don't do that. Do convoy escort. And I think basically you need to be back in all of those places with your 2% coverage. Okay, maybe not that. Should check the theatre log for the troops in Scotland after a month, see how they're doing. Yes, that is a very good point. I am indeed leaving the naval assistance fleet there. The other one I'm moving. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is my fuel consumption. Because this is not a cheap fleet to keep at sea. Glasgow's under heavy attack. Five divisions surrounded, and they have air superiority.
Opdrachten?
Send in the Marines! Yunnan Clique has joined the Sino Coalition. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and deploy these in Batavia. Because I really want them. In my army. However, we also need to be a little bit careful about how they actually get here. That's probably safe enough.
Opdrachten? Erop los! Stoppen!
Just pulling the unit back, the slow in organisation, so that they can recover. And we can just keep on cycling troops through, basically. So far, yeah, we're getting kind of stumped, but that's probably because that included the naval invasion. Since the invasion, we're still being stumped. Although, no, actually, again, have we seriously only been here a month? It feels a lot longer.
Hou je afstand!
Am I actually getting air coverage up here? Yeah, we actually have an airbase. Okay, good. How are we doing for the close air support research? It's a ways away. And then actually the other thing I need to do is edit your template to add field hospitals and engineers. And also the final unit of infantry that you're missing. And that's it for now. Are we ever going to get air superiority here? We could, actually. Yes. Let's really commit to this. There we are. Superiority is on my side now. Don't need to build AA. attacking them multiple directions again. This one's actually the one that's looking kind of the weakest. Or here. Solar eclipse over the Netherlands. A solar eclipse appeared today over the Netherlands as expected. Civilians and scientists went outside to look at the sun, partially covered by the moon, with some even taking the drive as far as the French border for an optimal view of the phenomenon. Protect your eyes. Military forces support for the VNH. Several high-ranking officers have today publicly voiced their support for the VNH, in particular the more moderate part represented by Henry Svart. They released a manifesto detailing their reasons behind the move that details how they feel misrepresented by the democratic government and how the government is unwilling to truly serve Dutch interests. This is a sign that VNH support may be greater than previously expected. While these are truly officers, it is probable... While these are the only officers, it's probable the sentiment is present amongst the common soldiery as well, and so some officials have proposed measures to limit VNH presence in the military. Yeah, institute. There's definitely going to be a coup coming. I can feel it. Once you get into the fight, I'm going to start removing some of these. Actually, I think I'm going to start removing you now. So that you actually have a chance to join. Though the combat width is 120, we should have more than enough space. Come on. Come on. Thank you.
Ja, commandant.
Military factories. Excellent. Oh wow, we need a lot of steel. We need an awful lot of steel. That can be arranged. And now we have air superiority here. Booyah. And then with the German close air support, we're getting quite a lot of air power here. Naval bombardment, enemy air superiority, air support. Boom, 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 boom. Or as Baldric would say it, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Etc. Great war poem.
We gaan ze terugstoten. We stoten ze terug.
Union of Iceland has joined the Third Internationale. Iceland's been called in. Alright, let's cut employees' red tape. I'm hoping that once we get the recovery from Black Monday, then all of these negative events will stop. We shall see. One of the factors that pushes Dutch industry behind foreign competition is our raft of highly sophisticated yet burdensome safety regulation. It's sad that we cannot afford such things in these times of crisis. Minus 5% monthly population. What? Oh, that's dreadful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that having these ships just at sea is costing me fuel. Because we're almost out of fuel. So let's have you back over... Yeah. So, naval battle. And let's see how the changes here are. No, we are still losing more stuff than they are. By a lot. It's just because of their massively overwhelming force, I think. Oh, but the Germans have arrived with, like, 2 dudes. But Best should be getting a lot of experience. Best is getting tons of experience. And as he gets more experienced, we should be able to add more traits. Is Svart an available general? Probably. Probably. Nope. The Prussian Emperor. Communion of France has called Central America as an ally into the Canadian Communard War. Central America has joined the Third Internationale. So Mexico and Central America are both communist. However, it really does look like the CSA is being pushed back by these two, but that does kind of beg the question, how long is this alliance going to last? And we are just losing a lot of... Navy is still consuming a lot. Who is consuming in the Navy? I guess you lot are still doing all of your recon jobs. You don't need to do it there anymore. Let's just set those three. And then I think we just need to buy more fuel. Then the other question is, where are my Indonesian reinforcements? That's not what I was hoping for, seeing as I told you to go and garrison Ireland. So please, you know, go and you know, garrison Ireland like I told you to do. Yeah, that would be nice. Of course you go in this stupid path. Alright, western approach is no longer illegal. Please don't do a stupid path. I think that was better. That's better. Yeah, I approve. We're still catching an awful lot of British shipping. Actually lost a submarine there. How many subs are we down to? Like, do I need to build some more? And I think what we're going to do is we're going to say implement Operation Escort, which is also going to involve cruisers. 5 of them. Save. Okay. And now you should get in the brand new destroyers, which will help you get that percentage up. That's 1% up. Every single province we have here now. June 39. I think we want the Johnson gun. We're about to get support weapons as well, which is good. It's very good. Is that big battle against the 10 naval subs still going on? Yeah, it is. That is a bug. So let's just save this, then reload. I think that's usually what clears it. In fact, no. Unfortunately, it's 2 o'clock, which means this is time for the stream to end. So I do hope you've been enjoying this. If you have, then you should totally be like Nekonexu and hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out and lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel other ways, you can check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/Mordred Viking, or you can go to this rather handy link. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at this link here. That's youtube.com/Mordred Viking. And then finally, a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch. You should totally come hang with us. It's always a pleasure to see some new faces. And you can find that at that link there. Thanks everyone for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this. I will be back again tomorrow when I shall be streaming That's a good question, because Bussy is not around, so probably Crusader Kings 2 at 5, then I might do more Hearts of Iron after that at 10. I think that's probably the best idea. I will update my schedule accordingly. So Hearts of Iron 10 PM BST tomorrow, and Crusader Kings before that, 5 PM British Summertime, continuing the game that I started on Monday, which was the Kievan Rus, as the Germanic king, ruling over a country of Slavics who really wanted him dead. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh, and Infector! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.